Welcome to Flash Tutorial Request 81. Drag numbers in order. I'm starting with a new FLA, ActionScript 3. And what this tutorial will do is allow you to click and drag on numbers only in the order of which the numbers are. So you can't mix them up. Call this first layer Numbers, N-U-M-B-E-R-S. Pick up your text tool, make a text box, open the Properties panel. I have Times New Roman, and let's make it 35 points. That's the size of them. And Embed, click this Embedded. And we want uppercase, lowercase, numerals and punctuation. Click OK. And now our text tool is set up. Make a 1. Come down here somewhere. Make a 5. Make a 4. Make a 2. And make a 3. We're going to move them around in a minute. Highlight number 1. Open the modification here. Modify, convert it to a symbol. Make sure movie clip is selected. Call it 1. O-N-E, spell it. Underscore MC. Copy that name. Open the Properties panel. Paste it in. Select this one, modify, convert to symbol, make sure movie clip is selected, 5, F-I-V-E, underscore MC, copy that, we need an instance name, open the Properties panel, paste, I'll do the next 3 and get back to you. I have all my movie clips done. I'm just going to open the library here for a minute, make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have them all. And wherever yours are, you can have them wherever you want, but because I have my code pre-written, I have to put these numbers in the proper spot. So I'm going to highlight number 1. I'm opening the Properties panel, and I want my number 1 to be X to be 250. And I want my Y to be 40. Now, you can do it this way, or what you can do is just write down the X and Y coordinates, because we're going to use those after. So either way is up to you. You can leave them where they were and just write down the coordinates, or you can write down the coordinates and use the ones that I'm using. Number 5, I'll select that. My number 5 is X is 240. My Y is 90. Number 4. My X is 70. My Y is 40. I'm going to do the rest of them and I'll get back to you. I have all mine done, and I want to just go through because I made a mistake on one. My number 1 is 250 40. My number 2 is 460 40. My number 3 is 150 90. My number 4 is 70 40, and my number 5, earlier I said it was 240, it's actually 340 and 90. So we have those done, and I wrote them down. Lock that layer. Insert a layer, put the numbers layer on top, just click on it and drag it up. Call this box, B-O-X, and select that first frame. Pick up your rectangle tool. If this is an oval, just click there, select rectangle tool, and down here make a square, hold your shift button down, and I'm just going to pick up my selection tool and just give it a little bit of shape. There, that's what I'm going to use. I have my selection tool, highlight it, modify it, convert it to a symbol. Movie clips should still be selected. Box, BOX _ MC. Copy that because we're going to write code on it. And paste that in for a instance name. Lock all the layers, select the numbers layer, insert a layer, call it AS as an action script, select that first frame, open the actions panel, and type. This is the code that's going to allow me to click and drag and drop that number 1 movie clip. Stage, STAGE, small s, period. Add event listener, small a, capital E, capital L, that all turns blue. Open bracket, event, capital E, period. This here, enter _ frame, it's all uppercase, capital letters, all that is blue. Now we go back to the black color, comma, end frame, capital E, capital F. Call this anything you want as long as it's not a reserved word. As long as it stays black, you can use it. Close bracket, semicolon. Function, FUNCTION, turns purple. Copy that end frame and paste it in. Open bracket, small e, colon, capital E as in event, capital E, that turns blue. Close bracket, colon again, and void turns the same color as function. Open curly bracket. As soon as you start typing something in, a closed curly bracket will come up, so I'm just putting it in there. And inside of those 2 curly brackets, this one and this one is this is the function. 1 _ MC, that's that movie clip, period. Add event listener, small a, capital E, capital L, turns blue. Open bracket, mouse event, capital M, capital E, period. Mouse _ down, all turns blue, all capital letters here. Back to the black, comma, I'm calling this drag P1, capital D, capital P, that's that first letter. Close bracket, semicolon. This is a function, FUNCTION. Copy, drag P1, paste it in here. Open bracket, event, small e, turns blue, colon, mouse event, capital M, capital E. Close bracket, that turns blue, colon, void. This bracket here is black. But void turns the same color as function. Now here's the open curly bracket and a closed curly bracket for this function. And between these 2 brackets we're saying 1 _ MC, that's the movie clip, period. Start drag, small s, capital D, turns blue. Open bracket, close bracket, semicolon. You can copy this from here up, paste it in and make a few changes. Instead of mouse down, it's mouse up, capital letters. Drop, this time it's drop P1. Up here it was drag. This is drop P1 here, drop P1 here. An open curly bracket and a closed curly bracket for this function. And this would be 1 _ MC, stop drag, open bracket, closed bracket, semicolon. And it's a small s and a capital D. And you should have 2 curly brackets, closed curly brackets. So let's test this out. No errors, and I should be able to move this. All right, now I want to pull this down. Let's just click this here, this auto format. Didn't make changes. Okay, from here up, click that. Right click, copy that. Click right on here. So there's still another curly bracket, closed curly bracket, a couple enters. Paste it in. Right click, paste. And after this stop drag, this 1 becomes a 2. TWO, copy 2, and paste it here, and paste it here, and this would be drag piece 2, drag piece 2, drop piece 2, and drop piece 2. I'll test that one out. Control test movie test. I can drag 2 and I can drag 1. Okay, I'm going to do the last 3 and then I will get back to you. I have them all done, and I'm just going to give you a quick shot of them. There's for piece 1, there's for piece 2, there's for piece 3, there's for piece 4, and there's for piece 5, and make sure you have 2 closed curly brackets. Let's just test this out. Move 2, 5, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. So that's good. Now we want to write the code so that when we click and drag something and hits the box, something will happen. Oops, excuse me. Get on the end of that second last curly bracket, so a couple enters. We're between the last 2 curly brackets. Type, 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 type. It's an if statement. IF turns purple. Open bracket. Box underscore MC, capital B. That's that box we made, the red one in my case. Period. Hit test object. Small h, capital T, capital O, turns blue. Open bracket. 1 underscore MC. That's the movie clip, the number 1. Close bracket, close bracket. There's the open curly bracket. As soon as you start to type in, this one here will probably come up for you. This says trace, T-R-A-C-E, it turns blue. Open bracket, quotation mark. I want this to be hit 1. Hit 1, close quotation, close bracket, semicolon. So now when the number 1 hits the box, we'll trace this in our output panel. Control test movie test. If I drag number 1 down, up here it says hit 1, hit 1, hit 1. If that didn't work for you, don't go any further. Keep working at it till you get this one to work. Now, I'm going to copy this. Get here at the end, a couple enters, paste it in. This will be hit movie clip 2 and hit 2. I will do 3, 4, 5, and I will get back to you. I have them all done. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's my number 5. Let's test them out. If I hit this one down, it hits 1. This one says hit 5, hit 2, hit 3, and hit 4. So they click and drags and my hits work. Okay, let's go to the very top of our code. Click at the very beginning, put a couple enters in, use your arrow key, go up, and we want to declare a variable. So var turns purple, space count, C-O-U-N-T, capital C, colon, capital, see that menu comes up, and you, as soon as you see the word number here, click enter, and space equals 1, semicolon. So we're going to start off with that count equal to 1. Now we're going to write some code and then I'll explain it to you. So come down here where we got our first hit, right here, and highlight that trace, delete it, and in my case type, 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 type. So now you should have if this line, an open curly bracket and a closed curly bracket, and this information is going between those open and closed curly brackets. It's another if turns purple, open bracket, count, that's that variable we just made, equals, equals, 2 equal signs, that's a test, 1 closed bracket, open curly bracket. We're going to still trace just in case this will help us. Trace, T-R-A-C-E, turns purple, open bracket, quotation mark, hit 1, close quotation, close bracket, semicolon. And if it's 1, which it will be, we want to get rid of that number 1. We don't want to see that anymore. So 1 underscore MC, that's that number 1, period X, X should turn blue, equals 1500, semicolon. That's when it hits, that's going to send that way off the stage so we don't see it. Some people use visibility 0, false, or things like that. You can do anything you want, but I do this. Then what we're going to do also is make count equal to. This is how we're going to keep track. Some of you have already caught on and know how it's done. Equals 2, semicolon. Close curly bracket. This one may have already come in for you. If not, put one in. Then else. Else is the same color as if. Open bracket. This is all part of this if else thing. Open curly bracket. Now what we're going to do is 1 underscore MC period X. That's its X coordinate equals. This is where the one we wrote down. This is where it started. So that if we drag it and hit the object and it's not the right count, it doesn't belong there, it will shoot back up where it came from. So in my case, 250 semicolon, and my Y coordinate, 1 underscore MC period Y, is 40 semicolon and a closed curly bracket. So you should have 2 closed curly brackets here. So let's just test this out and see if number 1 does what I want it to. If I click 5 or something, that just hits. It doesn't do anything. But if I click the 1 and drag it down, boom, it's gone. It's not in my way. All right, so that worked the way I wanted to. Now, it's just as easy to copy this from here to there. Okay, right click, copy. Come down to hit number 2. Click on this trace, right click, paste. Now, here, change this count, we'll deal with this first, here to 2. That's going to be if it's 2, which it will be because number 1 made it a 2. Make this one a 3 to get ready for the next piece. This will be hit 2, if you want to keep this in here, 2. And what else? This, we still want to make this movie clip number 2 we're talking about now right here, TWO. We want to send that off the stage somewhere. And here, 2, TWO. And here, 2. And these coordinates are different. My X was 460. And my Y was 40. All right, I think we should be able to come right here now and paste, if you did a copy and paste in between, you're going to have to recopy from here to here. You're going to have to redo that, but I didn't do any copies, so I should be able to just click across here, right click, paste, and now I'm on number 3, so this should be a 3. This one here should be a 4. This is hit 3. Change this to a 3. Right 3 here. Right 3 here. And my 3 was 150 on the X. And mine was 90 on the Y. I don't know what yours are. Let's come down and do number 4. Click right in here. Paste it in. This is going to be 4 count. This is going to be 5. This is what allows them to go in order. This will be hit 5. Write 5 here instead of 1. Write it here. And here. I'm writing it because if I copy it and paste it, then I have to go recopy all this other stuff. Okay. My 5. Oh, excuse me, I'm only on 4. 4. F-O-U-R. 4. My mistake. 4. 4. I got the right coordinates for my 4 is on my X is 70. on my Y is 40, and this should be hit 4. You probably already realized I made a mistake here. So 4, 4, hit 4, take it up to 5. That looks all right to me. And down here, number 5, paste it in. It's going to be count 5. Going to hit 5. It's 5 movie clip we're dealing with this time. 5 and 5. And my 5 is 340 on the X and 90 on the Y. And we're here where I have count equals. I'm just going to put it back to 1, so I'm going to put it to 0. You may not even want this count to change. Or here you may want it to go, if it's your last piece, you may want it to go to the next frame or to do something else. But right now I'm just going to count 0 just to know that I done it. I'm going to see if there's any obvious errors here. No obvious errors. That doesn't mean there's none. And let's test it out. Okay, yep, I spelled something wrong. On line 108. 108. I spelled, 3, capital H there. Should be a small h. Love that output panel. Okay, now let's test it. Test movie test. If I try to put 2 in, it bounces back. If I try to put 5 in, it bounces back. 1 will work. 3 will bounce back. 2 works. 4 will bounce back. 3 should work. 4 should work. And 5 should work. And whatever you want to do from there, that's up to you, whether you want to go to the next frame or something like that. Hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learned.